Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. We're going to begin with breaking news tonight because the U.S. Senate has acquitted President Trump on both articles of impeachment. It was a moment of history. Only the third time the Senate has used its constitutional power to try a president. The votes broke along straight party lines with one big exception. Republican Mitt Romney called the president's actions a flagrant assault on the nation's fundamental values, announcing in a voice choked with emotion his decision to vote guilty. The end of the trial comes 7 weeks after the House impeached the president, but it leaves behind a deeply divided Congress and country, and it sets the stage for a bitter 2020 campaign. Nancy Cordes has followed it all from the very beginning and joins us tonight from Capitol Hill. Nancy?
Nora, the president is declaring victory tonight, not just for himself, but for the entire nation. Democrats responded by calling him a rogue leader and accusing the Senate of normalizing lawlessness.
Senators, how say you? Is the respondent, Donald John Trump, guilty or not guilty?
The Senate acquitted President Trump first on the charge of abuse of power.
Not guilty.
Then on the charge of obstructing Congress.
Donald John Trump, President of the United States, is not guilty as charged.
Utah Republican Mitt Romney was the only senator to break with his party.
The president asked a foreign government to investigate his political rival.
He explained his guilty vote this way.
Corrupting an election to keep oneself in office is perhaps the most abusive and destructive violation of one's oath of office that I can imagine. Were I to ignore the evidence that has been presented and disregard what I believe my oath and the Constitution demands of me for the sake of a partisan end, it would, I fear, expose my character to history's rebuke.
Instead, he settled for his party's rebuke. Donald Trump Jr. called for Romney to be expelled from the GOP as other Republicans defended the president.
Exoneration comes when President Trump gets reelected because the people of the United States are fed up with this crap.
It seems the 5-month ordeal, first in the House, then the Senate, has left everyone embittered.
It will be a stain on this body for all time.
My friends on the left simply don't want a fair process.
And Nancy joins us. So how do both sides move on from here?
Well, at this point, Nora, it doesn't appear that either side wants to move on. House Democrats say that their investigations into this president and his finances continue, and the president's campaign tonight put out a pretty defiant statement of its own, saying President Trump has been totally vindicated. This impeachment hoax will go down as the worst miscalculation in American political history. No apologies, no concessions from anyone, Nora.
All right, Nancy, thank you.